Urban Therapy with Sun 752, and this is your daily go getimism number 773 for November 14th, 2016. Now, this is actually the 15th today, but we had to do the video over because yesterday it just wasn't going down right. And we can't miss a day. It's not that kind of party with the daily go getimism. So we had to make sure that we did it again. So if you're wondering how come the dates aren't lining up right, this is why. But anyway, what I want to talk to y'all about tonight, which would have been yesterday, was feeling like something is beneath you. Now, when you feel like something is beneath you, that means that you don't think that it's worthy of your time and your attention, or somebody's asking you to do something that you don't think fits you very well. Now, it doesn't have too much to do with being stuck up or conceited or anything like that. And people can get that impression easily because it does kind of give you that impression. Like, well, if something is beneath you, you're saying that you're above it. And it may be the case that you are above it, but it doesn't mean that you look down on people who do it. So when you start thinking about something that's beneath you, I'll give you an example. Let's say you have worked your way up from the entry level of a job that you started at, and now you're in management. You may be in upper management, like you a superstar in the business world of your field. So the things that you used to do when you were in an entry level position aren't going to be the things that you're doing as a manager. Before, it was your job to take direction and instruction from supervisors or team leaders and managers. Now it's your job to give instructions to supervisors and team leaders and whoever is below your pay grade. So if somebody who is in the upper echelon more than you are tries to get you to do something that you used to do when you were in an entry level position, you can be looking at them like, whoa, chill, yo. That's not my job. Don't be trying to diss me like that. Like, I paid my dues. I did what I was supposed to do. Don't try to make me do things that are beneath me just because you want to see somebody sweat, or you want to humble somebody, or whatever the case may be, or somebody else didn't come in. Even if somebody else didn't come in, it's not my job to do that anymore. So what we have to do is we have to find somebody else to do it. But that's not my job to do. Just like if you are higher than me, whatever I'm doing is not your job, and I have to respect that. So, that's a soft example of something being beneath you, but it's real. So, I mean, don't get me wrong. There are people who look down at certain professions like they are beneath them. Like, for example, you take fast food. And we were talking about that on the show yesterday. When you talk about fast food, a lot of people believe that fast food jobs are menial jobs. Like, we know that many fast food positions only pay minimum wage. And most of us don't desire or have ambitions to carry a minimum wage job. But a job is a job. And just because you may not want to do that job and you feel like the job is beneath you, that doesn't mean that you have to look at the person doing the job as beneath you. I've seen fast food workers be abused by customers whenever the service wasn't good, or there was a mistake that was made or something like that. And I've heard customers say things like, yo, all you gotta do is flip the burgers and drop the fries. You know what I mean? Maybe if you went to school or something like that, then you would be able to get a better job. But since you working here, make sure you get my order right. Like, totally rude and disrespectful. And that's not a cool way to be. So just because, like I said, just because a job is beneath you, or an activity is beneath you, that is never a reason to treat the people like they are beneath you. Every last person on this earth has special gifts. And just because you don't work in the field where your gifts are highlighted, it doesn't mean that that you're not the best or really, really great at something, away from that. So I don't have a lot of tolerance for people who play the bougie role, the stuck up role, I'm better than you role, stay in your lane, stay in your pay grade. People who talk like that actually make me a little angry because for our people, no matter who we are or what we do or what our position may be, there's always somebody who thinks that they're better than us. Excuse me, there's always somebody who thinks that they're better than us. We had the President of the United States for the last 8 years, and he went through a lot, an awful lot of criticism and ridicule and disrespect by people who thought that they were smarter than he was, or didn't want to acknowledge his intelligence and his ability and his effectiveness as far as the job at hand and his ability to affect the world. People were jealous of that, and even though they were nowhere near his level, they still tried to act like he was beneath them, and that's just not going to fly. So if you don't get anything else out of this video, what I would like you to get out of this video is that you don't have to act like an asshole just because you have something more than somebody else, or just because you have been through what somebody else has been through. If anything, if you've been through what somebody else has been through and now you see them going through it, you should have respect for them. You should have you should be able to empathize with them. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind, and anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, when something is beneath you, it doesn't mean that the person doing it is beneath you. It's important to treat people right. It's important to treat people with respect, because you never know who that person may know or what connections they may have. And even aside from all of that, you never know when you might be in a tight spot and need somebody that you dissed to help you out. Case in point, you can look down on a plumber or an electrician or somebody like that, but they make a lot of money doing what they do, and they are very helpful. So when your pipes busting in the wintertime and water is spraying everywhere, and you need somebody to come turn off the water or solder the pipes because you don't know how to do that, you're going to be sorry if the person that's close to you who knows how to do that is the one that you treated like they wasn't shit. Simple as that. You know what I'm saying? The Daily Go Getimism Show every single day, 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Call in number 319-527-6199. The number change sometimes still slips me up. Got 8 years of the old number, so you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, blogtalkradio.com/Sun752. Peace. 1. I'll holler at y'all later. Have a good night.